So today I woke up and decided to give you guys some facts about iPhone. And I wanted to start from like the best generation of iPhone, like iPhone's best, right? And that is undeniably, I'm not going to argue with you, the iPhone 13. But the best generation of iPhone is undeniably the iPhone 13. Like the iPhone 13 did it all, bro. iPhone 13 was crazy. So now, like, yeah, let me start with the iPhone 13. So my original plan was to give you guys like just two things that came with the iPhone 13. But because the iPhone 13 is so great, it's so great. I have like 7, right? But like, it just truly is a beauty, right? And like, I just love its overall simplistic design, and I don't think there are any gold iPhone 14, 15, and 16s available. So like, if you want a gold iPhone, you're gonna have to go with the 13. And let's talk about the size. I know all iPhones look the same, but they actually get bigger. Each Pro Max model gets bigger by the year. Now the iPhone 16 is like huge. It's the biggest iPhone has ever did, and I feel like that, though that might be somewhat nice, it's kind of uncomfortable. But with a phone like this, it's like, it's the perfect size. They should have just stopped here. But like, but this phone looks good. This phone is good. This phone looks incredible. And just let me get my computer here. So let me tell you. So first, the iPhone 13 came with the fastest chip in a smartphone. Like, when the iPhone 13 was released, it had the smartest chip a smartphone could ever have. Like, it was advanced. It was beyond its time. It was iPhone's best work. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has the best battery life ever on iPhone. Like, not like when it came out, just like how the smartest chip was when it came out. Like, it has the best battery life ever on iPhone. iPhone never did it as good as it did with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Like, for example, and like, I have a perfect example this time. The phone that I'm shooting this video on right now is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The quality is scrumptious. Like, it is undeniably beautiful. Just when you open this to get better sunlight, but like, yeah, the quality is scrumptious, right? And the battery life on this phone is the best that Apple has ever done. Because this phone that I'm filming on right now, I've had it for 3 years. I got the iPhone 13 Pro Max first when it released, and I made a review about it like 3 years ago. So I've had this phone for about 3 years, and guess what the battery life is on? 85%. 85% of the battery life only depreciated 15% in the last 3 years. That is great. That is beautiful. Shoot macro. The iPhone 13 Pro Max also introduced iPhone's new and improved macro camera that also has like a flower mode. Like, if you zoom in on something, a little flower icon should pop up, and then it, like, I don't know, it makes the camera, the thingy more defined. So if you're a person who likes taking macro pictures or pictures of plants, that feature might work for you. Yes, a super fast, super fluid, super retina XDR display with ProMotion. Oh, it's pretty damn cool. Based on what the pictures that I'm seeing over here, it's just like a very nice screen. Oh, iPhone 13 Pro Max also released haptic feedback. Haptic feedback is basically this feature on iPhone where, like, with vibrations and everything, like, I don't even understand it, but like, if you want to try it out, go to your settings, search haptic, and then switch it on or off if you don't have it on, if you want it off or something like that, right? And then, oh yeah, it is the first iPhone that was fumble, bumble, tumble resistant, and it was the first iPhone ever released that could go 30 meters underwater and still come out working perfectly fine. Now, isn't that crazy? 30 meters. That's like 3 cars, bro. 3 cars deep underwater and still come out working perfectly fine. It's also like, you can also freeze it. I think it's freeze resistant. But like the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it was pretty cool. So another thing about the iPhone 13 Pro Max that I still need to mention, because the iPhone 13 Pro Max just has way too many features, man. And this time I'm talking about ProMotion. So basically, what is ProMotion? To put it in simple terms, ProMotion is Apple's fancy way of saying this phone has a high refresh rate, right? So basically, if I can explain refresh rate in its simplest form, refresh rate is basically like how frequently the screen updates itself so that the phone can respond to the actions or the buttons that you are pressing, right? So usual phones use a 60 hertz refresh rate, while the iPhone 13 Pro Max introduced a 120 hertz refresh rate, which was a huge leap back then. Obviously now the iPhone 14s, 15 and 16s obviously use 120 hertz refresh rate, but the iPhone 13 Pro Max was the one to introduce it. And when you put it side by side over an iPhone 12 or below, or even an Android, you will notice the visible difference that an iPhone 13 Pro Max just feels smoother or like easier to use. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. If you want more content like that, where I'm talking about iPhones, make sure to treat this video well, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share, comment if you are at it, and then I will give you more videos like this. But now, until further ado, Little Man Jay will see you on the next one. Peace out.